Hi, good afternoon. Greetings to everyone across the world. Welcome back to Side Hustle Community. Well, we continue today with the topic of today, looking at the weekly forecast and the market overview overall, as from the 14th of March, which is tomorrow on Monday. So, guys, before we go straight into the market, we need to I'm going to take you through the charts first just to see the overall of the market, but also to consider two things that are actually currently affecting the market currently, which are very important. Firstly is the Russia-Ukraine war, and which it has been happening, and so that also has a very, 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 very impact in the market, whether they release positive news, whether it's negative news. It has huge market um, affection. So now, also looking at the inflation, I hope you know that this week we have the news where we expecting the US inflation data to be released or to be announced. So how is the inflation affecting the market? So which is very important for us to all know how is the inflation created and how is it actually affected. So last week we actually had the announcement on CPI, which is the consumer price index. So now the CPI actually came up the highest. This is actually a core inflation, guys, because it also, cause some. Because remember, it also, cause some of the inflation. It's the core inflation basically. So now it came out to be 7.8%, and meaning that the inflation is still going high, and it is bad for the economy as well. For me and you guys, we are the people who are actually affected on the ground. So everyone, they are actually affected as long as we play a major role in the economy. You see. So in the meeting on the 16th, the Fed expected to actually announce the interest rate hike. I hope you remember. I still remember, since we told you guys since January, because since January and February there were no inflation data increased by then, because we were actually waiting for March, where they're going to announce the interest rate hikes. So now the date has come, and we're expecting the news, we're expecting the report, we expect the announcement. So now in the meeting on the 16th, the Fed's actually expected, to announce how much percentage is this interest rate hike has increased and all that and that. So when they raise interest rate, guys, always remember that the U.S. stocks will sell, especially if the news come up to be if they increase interest rate. Here we're talking about the raise of interest rate, right? When they increase interest rate, you must know that usually the stocks will actually sell. When we talk about the US stocks, we actually refer to the Nasdaqs, we refer to US 30s, we refer to GL30, all those combination in the market. Those who trade the Facebook pairs, those who trade the Twitter pairs, and all those stocks. So you buy the dollar index, or every purse that is actually paired against the US dollar, right? So the interest rate hikes, guys, is actually expected to increase by 0.5, right? So if it increased by 0.5, however, this time is actually not certain, because we are no longer sure whether it will be 0.5 or what, whether they would decrease that or half that number. Actually, the market currently is pricing itself. So because of the Russia and the Ukraine war, that is actually affecting the market. So, however, is as we promised you guys that we actually, let's say for example, if let's say I'm going to go through this chart. I'm sure you're actually interested, um, and just to make sure that I've shared this screen, so I'll just stop sharing, um, and then share the new screen. So here is my screen. So guys, so we're going to go through the market overview and look at every aspect of it, starting from the GBP USD to to all the Nasdaq or the stocks pairs. And also looking at the VIX this week, the people fearing, the inflation data that will be released, or people are still, they are still thinking of it as a risk off or risk on, which is very important because we need to understand whether the market is on a risk off or is still on the risk on. So, like I said, the interest rate is actually projected to increase at by 0.5 or by 0.25. So this is actually the reason why the stocks are actually selling and the US dollar will be strong, as from this week, provided that, this tension between Ukraine and Russia continues. So as the market is moving on the risk off mode, guys, always remember that US 30 stocks and NAS, we're expecting them to sell. So because of the war and the inflation as well. So remember, when there's too much inflation in the market, we actually see gold going up. So, and also the US index also will see it going up because it's actually against the inflation as it is expected to be strong. So always remember that, always write that down because it's very important. So BTC is still painting a sell, guys, and let's go looking at our market, starting from let's just start by GBP USD. So GBP USD, you can see since from last week, this is our systems. We actually also designed in a way that actually tells you where to sell, looking at the market overall. And also this is, let me go to higher time frame because we want to see the performance of the whole week, looking at the high time frame. So here's the GBP USD, still expecting it to actually go down. So let me navigate this. So we're still expecting it to actually go down. So this week, guys, do not buy GBP USD. Just wait for the the sell, because we're expecting USD to actually be stronger this week. So also the Euro USD. If we go to Euro USD, so if you check Euro USD, here it actually tells you which one is strong. So it says here the Euro is very strong, and then for US dollar currently still normal, but it will also actually tell us whether we're expecting it to be very strong. So you can see here from the chart, USD, it's actually positive on this graphs, so we're expecting it to be very strong. And GBP, we're expecting it to actually sell. And then CHF, we're also expecting it to sell, and AUD as well, we're expecting it to sell. JPY as well, we're expecting it to sell. The NZD as well, and the Canadian. So guys, that is actually based on what, remember, the technical and also the fundamental. But however, you can't be certain. Remember, it will also depend on the news that are actually taking place this week, which are inflation data. We need to see, we need to know what's actually happening. And also the war that we actually tension that is actually taking place. Like we say, it has a major effect, guys. So the market, this volatility in the market is actually caused, by this war. So market is actually paying close to Russia and Ukraine tension. So because the market is volatile, when countries when this, or when these two countries which are actually have intentions, when they agree to come to agreement or terms, whatever talks that they have, so that's when we would actually see the market also reacting positively if they come to an agreement. So because it will be anticipating that the talks will actually end the war. So let's go to US 30. So here is the US 30, which is the stock index, but I mean the stock, sorry. So this is, let me go to high time frame. I prefer high time frame at all times, because with a high time frame you will always be able to know the market direction overall. So because M5 or the lower time frame changes at all times. So um, there we go. So also US 30, guys, as I said, we're still expecting it to sell. So we can see the system sold from this area. It gave you a stop loss and it continued to go down. So we still actually it can also open up with a gap down and continue going down. So guys, watch out for the news, know what's actually happening and everything. So this week will be very choppy, so especially if you don't understand the fundamentals. And also look out for, what do they say, are they coming terms with the agreement, so you don't be caught up into surprises. So only sell Dow Jones, no buy for this week. So now let's shift to NAS 100. So the same with the Nasdaq, guys. You can see the system actually gave you the sell from this area and also a stop loss, and we're still also expecting it to continue going further down. So we'll give the TPs in the VIP group. So but we expecting it to will be going short on the Nasdaq, on the GR30, on the US 30 as well. So looking at BTC, let's go to crypto. So BTC, we're expecting it to also go down. You can see here the system gave you a sell, gave you a stop loss. So with this one, we're expecting it to actually go to 30,000 US dollar or to even 25,000 US dollar. So watch out for BTC USD. So now also we need to look at Ethereum, which is the same thing. And so GR, I talked about it. Here's GR30. So we're expecting this to continue going down. So we'll see from here. And this was actually last week. We took a buy and it gave the stop loss as it was above our moving average. So but we'll see as well, because this is just a short time frame. So we can just take a look at it at the higher time frame, like day one. You can see day one took the slope from here and continued going down. So always, guys, check on the higher time frame if you do not want to lose track of long-term movement, because short-term movement, guys, changes at all times. You find that you took a sell, 5 minutes later it's buying, 6 minutes later it's selling. So it can actually confuse you a lot, unless if you're a scalper, yeah, you may enjoy actually scalping. So USD ZAR, looking at day one time frame. What did I do here? So here's the USD ZAR on H1. Let's go to H4. So it actually gave you a sell from here, and it also gave you a stop loss. So guys, like I say, this week is going to be a risk of mode. It's because of people are still scared. People are scared of two things, right? The Russia tension between Russia and Ukraine, and also the inflation data report that must be released this coming week, which is very important, guys. So we'll see how it goes with that. So now that's it from our side. But before I finish here, I wanted to touch a little bit on crowdfunding Dio, which is very important, because one can always stake on the crowdfunding dios to make money. I mean, in these choppy markets, happening between crypto. So it's very important. So let's go check it out and see what's happening. So I'll stop sharing this screen and go straight. So yeah, let's go see the screen. I don't know why it's taking so long to load. Let me minimize some of the things so that okay. So let's see. Let's go to PooCoin. I prefer PooCoin. So about crowdfunding community DIO. So one thing you need to know about crowdfunding DIO, it's the role that they're actually trying to play on the whole economy, and the opportunities that they're trying to give to all the youth and almost everyone who wants to be part of it. It's actually a community that actually it has a like-minded people who actually having a common goal, where they want to go, what they want to achieve, and overall how they're going to help each other achieve all these dreams through raising funds together as a community. So now everyone can be a member of crowdfunding community, because now the good thing about crowdfunding community is that it has its own token. So it's deployed on a Binance smart chain, meaning that it's built on a blockchain, a smart contract. One can actually look at it and still find all the information on a blockchain, right? Because now with the blockchain, then it eliminates all those third party involvements, all those central power involvements, actually gives all the community members the power. So now the power means it's distributed amongst all the community members who are part of it. You see, you want to be part of crowdfunding community, you come on board and you make sure that you buy your crowdfunding community DIO, and that community crowdfunding community DIO will still, since while it's an ownership, it's a membership token, it's an educational token, it's an equity token, it's a utility token, one can still have that crowdfunding community DIO. You hold it and you still be rewarded as as now that you are a holder. Every transaction which are made in the company, you as a holder, you also get to benefit from it. You see, like, remember I told you that is a decentralized organization. So DAO, guys, means decentralized autonomous organizations. So meaning that now every member who's part of it gets to be part of it. You can see all this. Let me show you here. This actually all the exchanges that actually listed the crowdfunding community DAO, which it's been listed on this exchange. You can find it on PancakeSwap, MDEX, BSC Swap, AnySwap, BSC Station Swap, SwapSwap. So all these are the swaps that are also popular, and also one can actually buy crowdfunding community DAO. So one may know one lynch network of on Binance and on the BSC, the Ape Swap, and all these are exchanges. So you can actually buy, as long as you have your wallet, you have your BNB ready, you can secure crowdfunding community DAO. And I also advise a lot of people to actually go out there, learn about this crowdfunding DAO. It's an educational platform, meaning all this emerging industry that we are trying to reach out. So namely your NFTs, namely your metaverse, namely your DAO as a whole. Because remember, it's a subject on its own, right? One need to know that with the DAO, it means it's a decentralized community, and then this decentralized community, uh, once you be part of it, once you start owning that, or become a holder of that, you also become part of the executive. It's like you're part of the executive. Any voice that you want to raise in the community, any idea that you want to raise in the community, any involvement, you can just be part of it, so if you're good, you have a good skills, you can always use your skill to also help crowdfunding community DAO grow. And then as you're helping it to grow with your skill, whether you're good in posters, whether you're good in music, whether you're good in t-shirts and everything, can be anything, one can always be creative, and you still get to be rewarded with crowdfunding community DAO. So you can see here, if I go to my nomics, let me go to nomics. So this is actually nomics paper. Let me just convert this into rands, or you leave it as US dollars, since while Side Hustle Community is international, we are not only having South African members, but we have members across India, we have members across the US, we have members across all these different countries, including Russia and Ukraine as well, which we do have members there. So now, yes, it's very hard to communicate with our members across all different, due to these tensions and everything. So, but however, we still want to be the community, be together and learn from each other. So if you look at crowdfunding community price, it's set to be 0.52 US dollar. So once this crowdfunding community becomes $1 here, or increase and becomes $1, or go back to $1, because it's not like it hasn't hit $1 yet. It has been on $1 since last week. So I think because of all this crypto market going down, also affecting crowdfunding community DAO. But the good thing about crowdfunding community DAO is that if you check here, I wanted to see this. It's not here. So, but overall, it's a good project. One can actually learn more about this crowdfunding community DAO and still make a lot of money. I know people who started with only 0 cent. So actually the price here was zero, here was zero, it was only 3 cents from here, and then they made sure that they stake as much as they can, but only few understood by then, because now only few people actually go hard on an opportunity. So one actually bought the crowdfunding community DAO at 3 cents, and currently now they have a lot of money, guys, since that rest. But guys, through holding, I promise you, you'll make a success in crypto. So a lot of people actually lose money in crypto. They do not see success in crypto because of they just want to buy, and as soon as the price goes up, they already want to sell. You see, which, yes, maybe sometimes we may need money there and there, but it's not actually advisable for you to um, buy the crypto and tomorrow once it increased and you already want to withdraw. So to have a sustainable success, you must be patient, you must hold, you must believe enough in the project, believing that, okay, this project, I love it because of this and this and this is solving this problem, and this and this, so I'm holding it because it seems to be a good project, right? So once you hold it, you'll see the success out of it, guys. You'll see the success out of it, because that's how you grow in crypto. If you remember very well, I see this just increased to 0.10%. Seems people are actually buying. So like I say, in order for you to make huge success in crypto, you must be patient enough to believe in a project and hold as much as you can. And you'd actually, I love giving example with the mother of all cryptos, so the beginner of all the cryptos, which is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, if you remember, guys, back in 2009, it was only few cents, all right? And those people who actually believed in it and took advantage of it, they actually far by now. But you know, the saddest people are there are actually people who knew about Bitcoin in 2009, but those are the people who actually didn't believe enough on it. They didn't believe enough in it to say, okay, I'm going to hold until 2030, you see. So now those people sold maybe in 2010. They thought, no, this is actually the last price where Bitcoin would actually be. They sold while Bitcoin was only $1. So imagine if they have only 11 BTC, right? They got $11. So but imagine those people who hold until 2022. If you check the price of Bitcoin, you'd be surprised that indeed a lot of people actually don't become rich, not because of they are not capable, but because they are not knowledgeable, or they are just not patient, you see. So if you check Bitcoin here, this is the price of Bitcoin, guys, today. So it's above 38,880 US dollar. So imagine, guys. So it means now the person who bought that Bitcoin in 2009 and then they still held it until today, they if they have 11 BTC, then they have 11 times this amount. You see, so that's how you also become rich in crypto. So crowdfunding community DAI can go as high as possible because now in just 1 week it was around $1. And the good thing about it is that, you know, if you want to see that a project is good enough, you must also, know that you must also know their supply. So if you know the supply of crowdfunding community DAI, they actually have 1 million tokens. And because they have 1 million tokens, it means now it becomes is a scarcity, right? It's a scarcity. And all these cryptos, they actually have their own scarcity amount, right? So, and since, well, they are scarce, also that means now it's not like your rents where the government would actually print a lot of money throughout and causes the inflation. Because now also to know that inflation is actually caused by people printing a lot of money. So guys, that's it, guys. Buy crowdfunding community DAI. You saw the price of crowdfunding community DAI. Don't wait for it to be $15. Don't wait for it to be 50 US dollar, because soon it will hit that amount. So now those who started with us on this project, there are now a lot of them are becoming millionaires. A lot of them are becoming 1,000 years. A lot of people are coming 100 years. So it depends on you guys. What amount are you actually want? Buy as many crowdfunding community DAI as possible. These are the exchanges, and as you buy, guys, you actually can buy for your children, hold them. And you can buy for, if your child now is 3 years old, you can just actually buy them coins. And as you buy them coins, when they are 18, when they are 25, they are already rich, you see. So that is how also people do, you see. People who understand the vision do. So you also need to understand the vision. You need to work on yourself. You need to learn about these things. You need to make time for yourself, and to train your mindset to always be there, ready for your opportunities. Always seek, cause you'll find, right? So the crowdfunding community actually have sustainability. So so there is also the lot of potential in this token. So also I'm going to do a full presentation about crowdfunding DAI. Do not miss it. I will actually release the date or the poster so that everyone can join us and learn more. So that's it from my side, guys. Everyone, I hope everyone is good and you enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe for this video. Don't forget to like, and do not forget to share, because the more we share this knowledge, we're actually transferring knowledge across one another, and that's how we become better of all of them, or all of us, right? And the more you subscribe, you do not want to miss on the next coming video, because the more you subscribe, you always know or get the alert, when our new video is released, or a new educational video is released. So the aim is to learn. I'm sure if you watched our videos ever since we started posting, a lot of people have made success out of it. So make sure that you also subscribe, you learn, because the most important is for skill transfer, right? At the end of the day, you must have a skill, you must have sustainability, you must be self-reliant, you must be self-independent. So learning actually gives you that self confidence and self-independency. So that is what we want to achieve as a community. So see you next time, guys. Thank you for joining me today. Side Hustle Favor Bank community, and thank you crowdfunding community for being with us today, and thank you for to the BBS community for also be here with us, and not forgetting the VIP members on Side Hustle community. Thank you very much. The mentorship lenders as well. Thank you for being with us today. So see you next time.